Yo, what's poppin'? It's Tommathan, and Violet is not on the San Francisco Shock. Those are words that you wouldn't expect to hear or to say or anything like that because he's just been there for so long. Constantly being a superstar player, making the plays. In the last season, being the veteran presence on a team of rookies, going over to the main support, mostly full time, except for the double flex support midseason madness, and still performing at least better than you expect. Whether you want to debate how good he really was on the Lucio, statistically, very good. You could think, you know what, maybe positioning out there, his beats kind of questionable, things like that, whatever it is. I think he's going to be better next season. And I think when he joins the Houston Outlaws with Shu as his partner, it's going to be insane. It's very hard to get a scarier double flex support backline than Violet Shu. It is a tall order that not very many teams can do. Maybe you could argue Izayaki Twilight, but not really. I think Shu Violet kind of doesn't blow them out of the water, but it's a bit better. It's unless you get like Shu Fielder, maybe that's one of the possibilities that I'd say would be better. But like even then, this is just insane. And Violet to go from one superstar team to another just makes a lot of sense to me. Clearly, he still has a high demand. He's one of the few players that you would trust to play both flex support and main support at the top level, for sure, the tippy top. Like you can say, oh, well, players like Van Dam can switch over to the flex support. Yeah, but he's not Violet on flex support. He's a good flex support for being a main support, but Violet's a good flex support for being a flex support. That's the thing. I think it makes a lot of sense. It's hard to picture him on a team that doesn't compete for a title. Like, put him on New York, that'd be so funny. It'd be hilarious to see Violet on New York. But it's like, it can't happen. I think he'd rather retire. Like, he's a winner. You know what I mean? He's a winner. And he's here to win. A little weird, something to note. They say the final piece of the puzzle, they only have 5 players signed right now. Pelican, Happy, Fearless, Violet, and Shu. So, you have one more piece to add to reach league minimum, probably an off tank, I would guess. You don't want Fearless to be the solo tank. Maybe you could get away with it. But if you're going to have to sign another player, it makes sense to put someone beside Fearless. So that's the next thing to look out for. That's a benefit of not having Skewed here because the rumor for a long time was Skewed. Leak Mafia said Skewed, Halo said Skewed, and then Halo said Skewed or Violet. And Leak Mafia was like, nah, it's Skewed, don't worry. It is Violet. Halo was, well, he had one of his options correct. And just opens up another slot that you don't have to spend as much money. You know, it's more efficient spending because you cover more compositions with one player. The flexibility really is important here. That they'll be able to go get a very good off tank. Whoever's left out there, I don't know what kind of options you're looking at, but it's just better. It's just better, I think, and it makes so much sense. So I'm excited to see Violet as a Houston Outlaw. I think there's big things. Now, if he does struggle on the main support, because there were some question marks, you could say, we'll see. But I think overall, I'm not too worried. I don't think he'll regress in any way. I think he'll progress or remain the same at the very worst. So I'm excited for this Houston team. It looks pretty good. This team looks fucking stacked. And in this video, it sounded like it was his choice to leave, kind of. And he was like, yeah, I've been on one team for too long. I felt like I put too much pressure on my teammates and things like that. And I'm like, why would you ever leave Shock whenever you look at the stacked roster? You're getting proper. He's saying Max, probably Junbin is still what is my assumption, is that they're going to get Junbin as well. Why would you ever want to leave that squad? They look primed to win it all. But then I look over at Houston and I'm like, well, I can understand. You'll also get more playtime there, not having to split anything with, Van Dame or Finn. It's good. It's good. I'm excited for this. Let me know your thoughts on this. Do you think this is a good fit for Violet? Do you think that this backline is like fucking insane? Are you hyped? I'm kind of hyped. I'm kind of hyped to see Shu and Violet play Bab Zen. I think that's going to be sick. Or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, a few other things I want to talk about. Top Dragon, no longer with SPG. They say they will cheer for him in future activities. I suspect he's getting picked up. God, if Top Dragon wasn't picked up, I would have been floored. This guy is so good. Keep your eyes on him as a rookie. It's going to be awesome. I don't know where he's going. APAC only has 5 players signed right now. So I would anticipate an APAC signing. Where? I don't know. Maybe a Shanghai would be cool. I would like a Shanghai. I want him to be the starter, so I don't want to say, Seoul, because then he'll play behind Profit. I don't want to say, I don't know. Well, I guess a lot of the teams don't have a fucking clue. He could go to NA. Could be a Valiant pickup. Who knows what the fuck they're doing? I don't know. I'm hyped. Whatever team this guy's on, I will be low key cheering for them. I don't care who it is. He's sick. Other things, Caffeine is retiring. He was O2 Blast's flex support playing behind Babel mostly. So he doesn't have a lot of eyes on him this season anyway. So it's not really going to impact anything, but just something to note. Next up, Nero is also retiring, it looks like. He's done competing in Overwatch. So presumably he's retiring. He had debates about this last season even. So not a big surprise here at all. And then one that I'm quite distraught about. Bernard is taking a break from professional gaming activities. He's not retiring because he said he might come back or something. He doesn't want to write retirement in stone because there is a possibility of him coming back. But for this upcoming season, Bernard is not there. And Bernard really impressed me last season, I thought, as an overall flexible tank. He played a wrecking ball even. He did whatever he could. I thought he was one of the better off tanks left on the market. But he's not. But he's gone now. So it is what it is. I'm a Bernard enjoyer. Big Bernard fan. But whatever. That's basically it. Of course, the headliner. Violet on the Houston Outlaws. Solid. Thank you so much for watching. Like this video, all that. Have yourself a good one, and deuces.